Never thought I'd see my husband's betrayal with my own eyes. But that night, yes, that unforgettable, sickening night, I stood only a few feet away as the man I'd loved for 12 years held another woman's face in his hands and kissed her like she was the center of his universe. He saw me. He froze. And then, he continued, as if proving something, as if daring me to break, as if he wanted me to witness how little I mattered. I didn't scream. I didn't collapse. I didn't throw anything. I walked out. And for the first time in our marriage, I turned off my phone. What I didn't know was that those hours of silence, those cold, devastating hours, would push him into the kind of panic he'd never known. He kept calling until his voice shook. He begged my sister to find me. He even showed up at my workplace looking like he hadn't slept in days. But the damage was done. And this is the story of how a single night shattered us. And how what happened afterward changed everything. Before the fall. My name is Natalie Anders, 34 years old, raised in Ohio, now living in Charlotte, North Carolina, married to a man I once believed was the softest, safest place in the world. Ethan. My college sweetheart. My best friend. My husband of 12 years. We met when we were 20. He was all charm and dimples. I was all dreams and spreadsheets. He used to say I balanced him. He was the wildfire, I was the steady ground. And for years that balance worked. We were that couple. Friends would joke that we were annoyingly good together. Road trips. Lazy Sunday brunches. Game nights. We bought a 3-bedroom house with a goofy yellow door on a quiet cul-de-sac. We were planning to try for a baby soon. Life was steady. Predictable. Familiar in a comforting way. Until the promotions happened. Ethan started climbing fast at work. Too fast. New hours, new projects, new coworkers, new stress. More drinks. More late nights. More excuses. I'm doing this for us, Nat. That's what he said. Before we began, if you enjoy stories that touch the heart and remind us of life's quiet miracles, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It truly helps our little storytelling family grow. But the more he succeeded, the more distant he became. And then came her. Kayla Ferguson, the new marketing manager. 7 years younger than me. Blonde. Slim. Loud laugh. Liked to playfully punch men's arms when she talked. I met her once. She called me sweetie. The kind of sweetie women use when they're already planning to take something from you. I felt something. Intuition, maybe. That sixth sense women develop when something is off. But I drowned it with trust. I told myself, Ethan loves me. He would never. I had no idea how wrong I was. The night everything broke. It was a Thursday night, late September, still warm enough for the air to feel heavy. Ethan had texted. Running late. Don't wait up. Love you. The love you felt typed without thought, like the tail end of a sentence he'd written 1,000 times. Half an hour later, my best friend, Emily, who worked near Ethan's office, called me. Her voice was stiff. Natalie, are you home? Yeah, why? It might be nothing, but I think you should come to Hamilton Street, the rooftop bar near Ethan's building. My stomach tightened. Why? I don't want to say it unless I'm sure. Just come. I didn't even change clothes, just grabbed my keys, left my hair in a messy bun and drove. The city lights blurred as my heart pounded like it knew something I didn't. When I reached the rooftop bar, the bouncer waved me inside. Emily had already talked to him. I walked up the stairs, palms sweating. And then, I saw them. Ethan. Kayla. Standing near the glass railing overlooking the city. Her hands on his chest. His fingers brushing her cheek. That intimate, too familiar way he used to touch me. I froze. He leaned in. I stepped forward. He saw me. Our eyes locked. I expected him to jerk away, to drop his hands, to look guilty, ashamed, terrified. Instead, he kissed her. Slowly. Deliberately. My breath shattered in my chest. She didn't know I was there. He did. He wanted me to see it. And that hurt in a way I didn't know a heart could hurt. I turned around, walked down the stairs, walked out into the night air without once looking back. My phone started buzzing immediately. Ethan calling. I let it ring. He called again. And again. I turned my phone off. For the first time in 12 years, I shut myself off from him. The silence that broke him. I drove to the only place I could think of, my sister's house, 30 minutes away. She opened the door before I even knocked. Natalie? Oh my God, what happened? I couldn't form a sentence. I just collapsed into her arms. She took my phone, plugged it in, turned it back on. 37 missed calls. 12 voicemails. 9 texts in all caps. Nat, please answer. Where are you? Baby, please pick up. I'm coming home, please just talk to me. He even called Emily, and then my mother, asking if I was alive. But I didn't respond. Not because I wanted to hurt him, but because I couldn't breathe, couldn't think, couldn't speak. I felt hollow and shaking, like a person watching her life from afar. Around midnight, Ethan drove to my sister's house, banged on the door, called out my name. My sister told him through the door to leave. He didn't. He sat on the porch for over an hour. Then finally he left. The next morning, he was at my workplace before I got there. Disheveled. Dark circles. Eyes red. Natalie, please. Please talk to me. I swear it's not what you think. Really? I said. Because it looked exactly like what I think. His lips trembled. I'd never seen him look so scared. I made a mistake. A horrible mistake. But I didn't mean. You kissed her while looking at me, Ethan. He swallowed hard. I know. And I'm so sorry. Please don't give up on us. But something inside me had cracked. Something irreversible. The truth behind his betrayal. It took 3 days for him to tell me the full truth. He came to my sister's house again. This time calmer, but with a face that looked like he'd aged 10 years in 72 hours. We sat at her dining table. He didn't touch his coffee. Natalie, he said quietly, I need to tell you everything. I crossed my arms. My sister stayed nearby, like a guard dog. It started months ago, he said. At first it was just talking. Compliments. Flirting. Why? I asked. He swallowed. Work stress. Pressure. I felt admired. Like someone cared about what I was doing. I stared at him. I admired you. I know you did, he said, voice cracking. But she made me feel powerful. Like I was the hero of every story she told. So you liked the attention? He nodded shamefully. And then? I asked. He looked down at his hands. That night, she kissed me first. I pushed her away. I told her I was married. I swear I did. But then she laughed. She said I was scared. Said I was pretending to be something I wasn't. So you kissed her to prove you weren't scared? He closed his eyes. Yes. I felt sick. And when you saw me? I asked. He wiped his face with both hands. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I felt cornered. Embarrassed. I wasn't thinking. No, I said. You were thinking. You just weren't thinking about me. He put his face in his hands and quietly sobbed. It was the first time I'd seen him cry since his father's funeral. But I felt nothing. Just emptiness. When the marriage falls apart. For the next few weeks, we lived separately. He sent long texts. Apologized. Begged for counseling. Dropped flowers at my sister's house. Bought me a notebook and wrote a letter inside about how he wanted to rebuild our marriage from the ground up. I didn't answer. Not because I wanted revenge, but because I didn't know who I was anymore. The woman who trusted him? Gone. The woman who built a life with him? Broken. The woman who could look at her husband without seeing betrayal? Dead. I took time off work. Went on long drives. Stayed with my sister. Joined a support group for infidelity trauma. started journaling. And slowly, I felt myself coming back. But Ethan wasn't doing well. He looked thinner every time I saw him. He'd sit outside my workplace hoping to talk. He'd stand on the sidewalk waiting for my lunch break. He's really hurting, my sister admitted. Good, I said. But I didn't mean it. He was hurting because he broke something he never thought he'd lose. Me. When he finally broke down. It was mid-October when Ethan finally fell apart. I was coming out of therapy when I found him sitting on the curb outside the building. He looked exhausted. Hair unwashed. Shirt wrinkled. Eyes red and swollen. Natalie, please. Just give me 5 minutes. I hesitated. Then I sat down on the curb, keeping distance. He looked at the pavement as he spoke. I don't know how to live without you. I don't know who I am without you. I'm a mess. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't focus. I ruined everything good in my life. I hurt the only person who ever loved me the way I needed to be loved. I said nothing. He continued. That night wasn't passion. It wasn't love. It wasn't desire. It was weakness, stupidity, ego. And the second I saw your face, I knew I had just destroyed my own world. He wiped his face roughly. I didn't just cheat on you. I betrayed myself. I betrayed the man I wanted to be. For a moment, I felt pity. Not forgiveness, but pity. And that made me angrier. You didn't just break our marriage, I said. You broke me. He nodded, slow, defeated. I know. And I'll spend the rest of my life regretting it. We sat there in silence. For the first time since everything happened, I saw the man I married. Not the man who betrayed me. Not the man who kissed another woman to prove a point. Just Ethan. Broken. Remorseful. Human. It hurt in a different way. The choice that changed our future. People like to make cheating stories simple. He cheated, she left. He cheated, she forgave. He cheated, they healed. But real life? Real pain? Real betrayal? Nothing is simple. My therapist asked me, do you want to rebuild? Or do you want to release? For weeks I didn't know. Ethan was trying hard. He cut ties with Kayla, switched departments at work, started individual therapy, stopped drinking, gave up overtime, showed up to every session I agreed to. Slowly, painfully, I realized something. He was rebuilding himself, not just the marriage. And I had to decide if I wanted to be part of that rebuilding. One evening, we sat across from each other in counseling. Ethan reached into his pocket and placed his wedding ring on the table. Natalie, he said, voice steady, I want to fight for us. I want a second chance. But you don't owe me forgiveness. You don't owe me a marriage. I'll accept whatever you choose. I just hope. I hope you remember the years I loved you right, not the one night I didn't. Silence. The kind that feels heavy in the air. My hands trembled. My heart thudded. I finally spoke. I'm not ready to decide. He nodded. I'll wait. And he meant it. 6 months later. Healing isn't linear. Some days I loved him. Some days I hated him. Some days I felt nothing. But Ethan kept doing the work. Not for me, but for himself. And slowly, I found the courage to let him back into my life. Bit by bit. Coffee first. Walks next. Then dinner. We didn't rush. We didn't pretend nothing happened. We didn't skip steps. We rebuilt. Not the old marriage. A new one. A different one. One with honesty. Boundaries. Respect. Empathy. I forgave him. Not to erase the past, but to stop letting it own me. Forgiveness didn't mean forgetting. It meant I chose myself first. And from that place, I chose whether love could survive. For us, it did. Not easily. Not perfectly. But genuinely. Epilogue, the woman I became. People ask me if I regret staying. The answer is simple. I regret nothing that led me to becoming the woman I am today. Stronger. wiser, more confident, more self-respecting, less tolerant of things that drain my soul. Ethan and I are still together, still doing therapy, still healing, still choosing each other every day. But here's the truth. My silence that night, the hours he panicked, terrified I was gone for good, that was the turning point. Not because it punished him, but because it allowed me to see something I'd forgotten for years. My worth was never tied to how much a man needed me, only to how much I valued myself. And now, I value myself more than ever.